people who believe in this religious nonsense. They lie. It's a feel-good doctrine.
And so we have to put the black church to task and ask them, what are you doing with our Jesus money? Let me tell you what they're doing with your Jesus money. And forced grandma out on the street homeless. That it was your Jesus money that put your ass on the street.
Reference to African American church in the community in the 60s. See a drastic change now. African American church during the 60s was a very vital part of our community. A lot of the pastors lived in the cities. We had a relationship, a personal relationship with persons in the community, whether they were members or not in the community. A lot of the people in the community had great respect for the church. Yes, 1960s, we were the center of the community, but now, because there's a great divide between the community and a lack of visibility of the local church in the community has affected us in a negative way.
The epidemic of gun violence is only getting worse.
DC's homelessness crisis for so many years.
Heroin overdose deaths in 28 states, including Virginia, doubled between.
Surveying 35,000 people, that the study found the U.S. population is leaning more toward no religious affiliation than ever before.
The community actually sees us as invisible. We talk about the violence, we talk about the drug abuse, we talk about the broken homes and everything. People in our community are living this 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. The church shows up, possibly worship, Bible study, Sunday school, maybe a maximum, maybe 10 a week, but there are 168 hours in the week. In the church, the community sees us as absent. But there's a solution. We have a blueprint for change presented by Pastor Jasper Williams of the Salem Baptist Church, Atlanta. How does it work? Pastors catching the vision, realizing the challenge that we have before us, and addressing the issues of the family and meeting those needs through working with government agencies, health agencies, educational agencies, employment agencies in their communities, and coming together with the solution that we know that address the needs of our families and our community. In Atlanta, Jasper Williams has been able to move forth with this blueprint for change for our community. But they took the initiative to actually make an emphasis on family, specific needs of the African American community. But thinking forward rather than thinking the church as it is or how the church has been, but what does the church need to, or how does the church need to represent themselves to the community that exists today to meet their needs. Pastors, ministry leaders, specifically with family ministries in their churches, their key leaders in their churches, faith-based nonprofit groups, their leaders should be in attendance to this conference, and other interested persons that have an interest in the well-being of the families in our communities, that their lives may be changed. The challenges in our community with our families are real, but the challenge is actually before us. We can talk about the 60s or the 70s or whatever, but we have to live in today. And so we are challenging you, come to be a part of making a difference through involving your church. First of all, through attending the seminar, identifying persons in your congregation that have the gifts and callings to do this work, and then allow us to work with them, to train them, so that they can be effective, efficient, and make the changes that are needed in our community. Registering for this event, there are going to be 3 links at the bottom of this video. One to the United World Missions, the link to the Evite. There will be an email address that you can contact us with any questions, but also on the Evite and also on the United World Missions page that's called the Family Initiative. There will be detailed information for locations, times, and dates for your information. Thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you at one of our events.